The sports voice of Frankfort High School for over 3 decades. HGTV, Hot Dog Television.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Everett Case Arena, the house where the Dogs play for exciting live boys basketball action on your home for Hot Dog Sports, HGTV Channel 2. I'm Tobin Oberhauser, and beside me this evening is somewhat of a new face to HGTV, Nathan Royer. Thanks so much for tuning in to HGTV for what should wrap up to be one heck of a basketball game as the Central Catholic Knights travel to Frankfort for the first time since the 1962-1963 season. Now, Nathan, this isn't the first time the Dogs have seen the Knights. Earlier in the season, we made mention in the interview that's coming up that the Dogs saw the Knights in the first game of the JNC Hoop Classic. Not a good outing for the Dogs, but the Dogs started 4-1, and now they're at 5-7. So why such the struggle after a 4-1 start?
Well, Tobin, the Dogs are currently on a 5-game losing streak. One of those losses coming in overtime to Lebanon, where they lost 67-70. I really think that hurt the Dogs emotionally. Well, as you mentioned, we did play Central Catholic, and we got beat by 30 points in the JNC Youth Classic. And I think the Dogs have to play near perfect ball and hope that Central Catholic is not on their game. Tobin?
Yeah, the Knights come in at 8-3, and as Coach Good mentions in our interview, the CC team is an all-around team with one of the best point guards in Will Hubert that the Dogs will face all season. 2 of their 3 losses, Nathan, come to teams from Indianapolis Chittard and Ron Colley, that have only lost 1 game, so that's saying a lot for the Knights. Keys for Frankfort tonight: slow the ball down. The one thing that really hurt the Dogs in the JNC Hoops Classic was the tempo that these Knights run. Very fast pace, up and down the floor, and fast breaks. So if the Dogs can slow that down, they should be okay. Another key thing is play like a team. They can't have Stevie Lovelace scoring 30 and nobody else scoring 10. So 2 keys, they got to be consistent as a team. So 2 keys for the Dogs to look forward to in tonight's game. That's all we have from down here on the floor. To send it back up to the studio with an interview Nick Rennick and I had with Frankfort's head varsity basketball coach Jason Good yesterday. Stay tuned, all your exciting live basketball action right here on HGTV Channel 2.
This is the sports voice of Frankfort High School. HDTV, Hot Dog Television. In its 20th year of sportscasting, welcome to Before the Game. And now, welcome our guest, head varsity boys basketball coach, Jason Good.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And sitting beside me is Tobin Oberhauser. I am Nick Rennick, and tonight we are interviewing Coach Good. And Coach, right now let's jump into a few questions. Coach, you've had a great start to the season. Why the struggle all of a sudden? You've lost 5 of the last 6 games.
Well, I think a little bit of that has to do with playing better teams. As far as the last 4, I think the Lebanon game hurt us a lot. We kind of had it won and made a lot of bad decisions and ended up with a really tough loss, and we haven't seemed to recover from that emotionally yet. We followed up last weekend with just 2 really subpar efforts, but we did have a really good practice this week, so hopefully all is right mentally. As far as how we play, I don't know how that's going to go. The opponent tonight's pretty tough, so we'll see.
Referring back, Coach, to that Lebanon game, you lost 67-60 in overtime. And what kind of impact did that loss have on your team?
I guess I didn't really realize it until the next weekend, but I think it hurt quite a bit. The fact that we had an 8-point lead with probably about 5 minutes left, and we made several bad decisions, took some bad shots, and just really played like we were down instead of up, and ended up losing a tough game. And it was, Lebanon being a big rival, I think that took its toll on us. So it's been hard to recover, and we didn't recover the next week. So we played pretty poorly this past weekend. So.
And talking about the mentality the players carry, what type of mentality do the players carry into each week, and do they have highs and lows depending on who they're playing?
I think we have had highs and lows. That's something that, as a coach, you want to avoid. You want to try and approach every team the same way, but we definitely didn't do that last weekend. I don't know for those of you who watched the game. I mean, we just didn't play with the same intensity against Western Boone and Rossville as we did, against Lebanon or any of the games before that. And that was kind of, difficult to accept as a coach. So that's something we really made an effort at getting back to this week in practice. Did a lot of running on Monday and Tuesday and try to get the intensity back up to where it needs to be.
Coach, Stevie Loveless this year has made a huge impact on the team. In your opinion, who else besides Stevie has really made an impact?
I think any of a variety of guys have made impacts in different ways. Craig McBarnes has had big scoring games. Tyler Brown has had really big games defensively for us, pressuring the ball. Blake Thompson really has been our best defender in the last couple games. Kyle Catron has come up with some huge steals at the end, makes a lot of big plays inside, and Caleb Thompson has come along and really played well. I thought he was one of our best players against Rossville. And of course, Jack Warwick has had big games, but the problem's kind of been, as you alluded to earlier, it's really been up and down. We haven't had a chance to get really, we play 7 or 8 guys most nights, and we haven't had a game where we've had all of them playing well on the same night. And if we get that, I think we got a chance to be pretty good, but so far, we just haven't really been able to find that consistent effort from all the guys. So,
Coach, the fans out there are kind of wondering, they saw Kyle Catron and Craig McBarnes last year. They were really coming to their game. But this year, both players they're great. They're juniors right now, so they're both great players right now, but so far they haven't really come into this season and really dominated like people expected.
Well, I think as far as Kyle goes, really Kyle does a lot more for us than I think everybody sees. He really is by far our best post defender, has shut down a lot of good post players. He may not score a lot of points, but he's just not a great offensive scorer. He's kind of more of a garbage man, gets a lot of those offensive rebounds, and we're trying to teach him. I'm asking him to be a little more aggressive and go to the basket, I think, more than he has in the past, instead of settling for jump shots. And he's been learning and adjusting to that, and it's taken him a while. And he's had, on the offensive end, I think, a little bit of frustration, but I think he has gotten better lately. And really, he was the only one I felt like played very well against Rossville. Craig, in fairness to Craig, he's played 4 different positions this year. So the only place I haven't tried him is at the center. So we had him started him at the 4, and then at the 2, and then played him at the point for a couple weeks, and then now he's going to be playing at the 3. So and he did a really good job at the point as far as handling the ball. It just hurt his scoring, and we need him to score for us to be successful. So that's why you'll see him on the wing tonight.
All right, well, thank you, Coach. It's now time for HGTV Sports Timeout with our own Jesse Howe.
Thanks, Nick. In co-ed conference swimming action from last Saturday, the boys finished second to Crawfordsville Athenians, winning 5 of 12 events. Josh Ball won the 50 free and 100 breast, while Alex Snyder won the 200 free and tied in the 100 free. Meanwhile, Josh Ball, Joey Howes, David Patchett, and Corey Dunn won the 200-yard free relay. The Lady Hot Dog swimmers finished 7th in the conference tournament due to 2 relay disqualifications. In co-ed action from Thursday night, the boys and girls easily handed the Bulldogs of Clinton Central. Lauren Keeney was a double winner with Kaya Arian, Kristen Chenoweth, and Mackenzie Corey, each winning 1 event. Meanwhile, Josh Ball and Alex Snyder were double winners for the boys, with Mike Montgomery earning a single win. Colin Dunn had 3 career best times. In conference wrestling from last Saturday, Frankfort finished 3rd behind North Montgomery and Southmont. Taylor Evans was a champion, first team all-conference, while Ross Fiddler and Mark Powers were champion runners-up and second team all-conference. On Tuesday night, the Grapplers lost a hard-fought match against Twin Lakes, losing 39-35. Winners for Frankfort were Cody Bennett, Scott Fiddler, Ross Fiddler, Taylor Evans, Brant Taylor, and Mark Powers. Sectionals happen 1 week from today in Zionsville. In freshman basketball from last Saturday's Logansport tourney, Frankfort defeated Logansport 41-36 in the first game, behind Troy Porter's 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Meanwhile, in the championship game, the Hot Dogs fell to Muncie Central 65-45. Tim Eason was the top scorer in the game with 11 points. And that's all for sports. Now back to Tobin, Nick, and Coach Good.
Thank you, Jesse. Coach, let's jump right back into things. Referring really to that Lebanon loss, a lot of your losses have been in kind of the same fashion. Really close games, and you're losing them right towards the end. What do you think is really hindering the Dogs from finishing these close games and coming out with the victory?
Well, I think the one thing that actually makes the Lebanon game a lot different than the others is almost every other close game we've lost, we've come from behind. We've started off, we've had a lot of games where we got down by 15 points. We started out down in Rossville 15-2. We were down 17 at halftime against Western. Part of that is just the amount of energy it takes to expend to get back in the game, and that's just not coming out very focused, very enthusiastic. Not even warming up right. I mean, it sounds like a simple thing, but really when you don't come out and get yourself ready to go in warm-ups, then shows the first few minutes, and we've had several games that have started that way. And I would say another part of that is, we're still trying to find really those go-to guys at the end of the game. I mean, obviously Craig and Stevie are up there, but we've had trouble getting them the ball in those situations, and that's hurt us in a few games. So,
Coach, coming to Frankfort this year, is this what you expected, as in the talent of the players and the support coming from the community?
Yeah, I knew pretty much what we had coming back. From talking to a lot of area coaches, I knew what the community's like from growing up in Rossville. Both my parents actually graduated from Frankfort, so I knew what to expect, and it's been really great so far. Other than the last 4 games have been pretty tough, but even still, the community is great. The support's there. We just got to figure out a way to get out there and win some games.
And finally, Coach, can you give us a brief scouting report on the Central Catholic Knights?
Talent-wise, probably either the best or second best team we play this year. They've got Will Hubert's one of the best players we'll play against this year, although Kyle did a great job against him the first time we played them. But they have a big kid, Cameron Lepker. I don't know if he's playing tonight or not. He didn't play the first time we played them. They're pretty quick. If you remember the game last time, they forced a lot of turnovers. We really had trouble handling the ball, and I don't really see that being a problem tonight. But they're still a tough team to beat. North Montgomery was number 1 in AA at the time they played them, and they beat them by 20 or so. So they're a very talented team, capable of beating about anybody. So we're going to have to play very well in order to give ourselves to get another one of those late game situations that hopefully we can work out better this time.
Right. Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for coming up in the studio and joining us for another Before the Game. For Coach Jason Good, Nick Rennick, and the rest of the HGTV crew, Tobin Oberhauser. Now stay tuned as Nathan Royer and I head to Case Arena for all your live basketball action on your home for Hot Dog Sports, HGTV, Channel 2. Appreciate it. Good luck.
This has been an HGTV Hot Dog Sports production.
And welcome back to Everett Case Arena. We came in a little late there, but we came in on the national anthem. And welcome, as I said before, Nathan Royer and I are here this evening in Case Arena on your home for Hot Dog Sports HGTV Channel 2. Nathan, let's go ahead and jump right in and talk about Central Catholic Knights. David Barrett kind of came in on a situation that not a lot of people knew about, and kind of was thrown into the position. But in 2 years, he's 27-10. And for those of you that are watching this evening and know anything about basketball, amazing. That's an amazing accomplishment for a 2-year coach to be well over 500.
As I mentioned in pregame, Nathan, down on the floor, Central Catholic is 8-3. 2 losses come to teams that have only lost 1 game, and Indianapolis Ron Colley, who's a 3A school, and Indianapolis Cathedral, who's a 4A school. Close games, less than 12 points in both games, as a matter of fact. So, this is going to be a tough game for the Dogs to win this evening. But what do you think, Nathan? You've played basketball. What do you think the main keys are for the Dogs to win this game tonight?
Well, I think the Dogs are going to have to stay with their tempo, stay consistent on their shots, and just play good basketball.
And, Frankfort doesn't have a horrible record. They've lost, like I said, they've lost 4 games straight. Starting with the January 5th, they came and they lost to Lebanon 67-70 in overtime. Huge loss. They were up by 8 throughout most of the game. And Lebanon just kind of came back and they lost in overtime. The next week they lost at Noblesville, 13 points, 57-44. Noblesville is an all-around tough team. The very next weekend, they have two games back-to-back, which was last weekend against Western Boone, who is a conference rival, who is a team that really, when you look at them, they aren't a team that is really real well-rounded. They have a couple of standout players. They're a scrappy team, but they know how to hustle and they know how to work the ball around. And in the end, I think that the Lebanon loss has really affected the way that the Dogs have played the past 4 games. The Lebanon loss, I think they've got their focus off, and exactly what the Dogs didn't need to do and coming into the tail end of the season is get their focus off. Central Catholic comes in, I believe, on a 6-game winning streak, so it's going to be detrimental for the Dogs if they can't keep their focus on tonight. 45 seconds tonight. We're going to go ahead and throw it down to Mr. Stock, public address, and the introduction of the players. We'll be back in just a minute. And Nathan, excuse me, as Mr. Stock mentioned, for those of you that heard, all of the starters this evening for the Hot Dogs are underclassmen. One of the things that you would think would prove to hurt the Dogs, with inexperience, but really it's the exact opposite. It's one of those cases where the Dogs are really. It's a really good thing for the Dogs. Not only do they have experience in juniors and sophomores who have played for 2 or 3 years for the Dogs, but they've also got all that coming back in next year. Here we go, Everett Case Arena, Frankfort versus Central Catholic. Tip-off right here on HDTV, Channel 2. Kyle Catron to jump for the Hot Dogs, and Central Catholic controls the ball. That's Jade Anthrop with the ball for the Knights. Nice job of working the ball inside, but kicked off Katrin's knee. Goes out of bounds. Ball stays with Central Catholic. All right, Central Catholic with the ball at the top of the key to set up their offense. Look for that guy right there that just had the ball, number 34, Will Huberts. That is Central Catholic's big player. There's Huberts with the ball. Nice job on help right there. Huberts with the rebound, powers it back inside over Warwick for 2 points. So Central Catholic strikes first. This is Warwick with the ball. Looks to drive, no, kicks to McBarnes. Another huge player for Frankfort who's going to have to step up this evening in order to pull off a victory here. This Brown with the ball, who kicks all the way out to McBarnes. McBarnes looks to drive. Nice job of Central Catholic here in the first opening minute to play tight defense, not giving up any free shots. This is Warwick. Stevie on the curl around. Brown sets up for three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. First score for Frankfort is the first lead of the game, and a mishandled pass right there by number 44 Tanner Brand gets Frankfort the ball back with McBarnes, who drives, kicks out to Warwick. Warwick, who's remained quiet the first few games. No, kicks over to Katrin.
Nice
Katrin,
pass.
Nice rebound.
Nice pass.
Nice pass right there by Frankfort's Jack Warwick. Nice solid defense right there by number 12, Tyler Brown. Unfortunately gets body contact with Sam Walker of Central Catholic. It's his first foul, team's first on the evening. And that takes Sam Walker to the sideline to pass the ball in for Central Catholic. Anthrop with the ball again for Central Catholic. Central Catholic done a pretty nice job. That was 34 Huberts who shot up for three. Nice job by Katrin to get a hand in his face and disrupt the shot. Warwick with the ball for the Hot Dogs. Looks to drive baseline up and off the back of no. So Huberts is going to push up.
Fast break.
Nice left-handed layup right there by number 22, Sean Conley. That's his first bucket of the evening, and takes your score now. Frankfort 3, Central Catholic 4. So Central Catholic back on top of the Hot Dogs by 1 point. Stevie Lovelace, nice little move right there. Lay and falling away. Rebound goes to Kyle Katrin. Back under the rim. Lays it up for two. So Frankfort goes back on top 5-4.
Nice.
And that's number 24, Anthrop, with a nice job right there driving the lane.
And the foul is on Stevie Lovelace.
It's his first, team second. And Stevie Lovelace would have stayed on the ground right there. Puts Anthrop on the line for one shot. Central Catholic back up by one. Now two. This is Warwick again with the ball for Frankfort. Guarded tightly by Jade Anthrop. Lovelace has remained pretty much quiet the first minute of the game. There's McBarnes. Foul's going to go right there on number 10, Nick LaGrange. My fault, number 14, Drew Anthrop. 7-5 your score here in the first quarter. Warwick with the ball. No. Katrin with the ball out at the top of the key. McBarnes in the corner. Lovelace trying to front the post down there. Nice job on getting the ball. Nice turn.
Shot.
Nice job right there by Stevie Lovelace to recognize where the ball was and where the basket is. Still a turnaround jumper ties your game at 7. It's Anthrop to Huberts, who gives Sam Walker the ball now. All the way over to Drew Anthrop. Into Huberts.
Nice help defense.
And they said Hubert stepped on the line, so the ball goes back to Frankfort. Nice job right there by Frankfort defense to collapse on that their star player who averages about 25 to 30 points a game.
And in for the Knights, number 30, Daniel Mills.
And that puts number 22, Conley, on the bench, who's remained quite quiet except for his fast break left-handed layup at the beginning of the game. Anthrop holding the ball. Oh, nice little job right there. Warwick gets back. No, that's 24. Anthrop right there with the little fadeaway contested by Lovelace. 9-7. Warwick with the ball.
4.5 to go in the first quarter.
Warwick's been pretty quiet so far. That's a steal right there by Anthrop again, and another layup. So for the past 2 possessions, it's been mishandled passes that have resulted in turnovers for the Dogs. That's Catron who steps up for 2. Nice shot. 11-9 now your score. Central Catholic up by 2. That's Anthrop on the sideline.
Good defense by Kyle.
Huberts hits it for 3. A nice job right there by Huberts to step up and hit that shot. Warwick looks to drive middle. No. Off the foot of Central Catholic. Ooh, no. Off the foot of Frankfort. We had 2 subs that came in for the Hot Dogs. Number 4, Troy Porter, who is a freshman standout, who's started out on the freshman team alone and then kind of moved up a little bit. And number 34, Jay Sheets. Porter guarding Anthrop. No,
nice
missed. Off Central Catholic's hands. Ball stays with Frankfort. This is Sheets with the ball.
Way to push the ball up the court.
Nice job by Central Catholic to pressure the ball. And another turnover, and Anthrop seems to be in the right place at the right time.
Nice D.
All right, McBarnes right there with a nice hustle play and block. Keeps the ball, tried to keep the ball in Frankfort's possession, unfortunately couldn't. Ball goes back to Central Catholic. Porter right there with nice pressure defense. Unfortunately, that shot. This is Sheets with pushing the ball up the floor again for the Hot Dogs. Kicks to Thompson, who stepped into the game for the Dogs. Porter gets control of the ball. This is Sheets, who fakes and shot off the front of the rim. Catching with the rebound.
Nice board.
Puts it into coverage. No.
Good
Rebound by Sheets. No. Rebounds goes to Troy Porter. Nice hustle play right there by the Dogs.
Pass.
Nice pass. Nice ball movement right there. Way to stay on top of things and not give up. 2:35 to go here in this game. Frankfort trails by 5.
Stay over their defense. Nice board.
Jay Sheets with the ball pushes up to McBarnes, who's been relatively quiet for himself this evening. That was number 30, Daniel Mills, right there with the way to step over. That's Jade Anthrop with the shot and make. McBarnes steps in just inside the arc for 2, bottom of the net. So you haven't seen many missed shots this game. A lot of forced shots have been taken, a lot of quick shots have been taken, but not very many misses. Sam Walker behind the arc, bottom of the net. 21-13 now. Frankfort trails by 8. Now they're going to try and trap. Porter with the ball. Mishandled pass. Nice hustle by Walker. This is Jade Anthrop all alone at the other end. 2 points good. 23-13, and Coach Goods decides to take a timeout as Caleb Thompson and Stevie Lovelace check back in the game for the Hot Dogs. So far, now we're going to take a timeout and we're going to recognize some of our sponsors.
Thanks to Marshall Bell and Bastille Perimeter Systems for sponsoring tonight's sportscast. Bastille is the strongest investment in fencing you could ever make and the last fencing solution you'll ever need. 100% made in the USA quality that delivers an unrevealed value over time. That's Bastille Perimeter Systems.
Yes, and a big thank you goes out to Bastille Perimeter Systems along with all of our other sponsors for making this sportscast possible. We appreciate. All right, so like I said before we had to take a break, you haven't seen very many missed shots, a lot of forced shots, a lot of quick shots, a lot of on-the-go pressure of the ball. Not very many missed shots have occurred this game. This is Jay Sheets who mishandles the ball. Another thing that's going to kill the Dogs if they can't control it is their turnovers. So far we've seen 4 to 5 turnovers in the past few minutes, and they resulted in Central Catholic points.
And for the Hot Dogs, Jack Warwick.
Sheets, it takes a seat on the bench after a unforced error. This is Walker with the ball. Kicks over to Conley.
It's good defense.
Nice job right there by Caleb Thompson. Walker outside for three, left all alone, bottom of the net. Somebody probably ought to try and guard him this game, because if not, that's 2 3-pointers in a row that he's taken, 2 for 2 this evening. There's McBarnes. Again, I mentioned earlier, been relatively quiet. So Warwick for his first shot of the night falls for 3, rattles in. Frankfort now trails by 10, 16-26 with just 55 seconds to go.
And the foul's on number 5, Jack Warwick. I believe that's his first.
That puts number, that puts number 24, Jade Anthrop, to the free throw line. As you can see right there, that was a nice take right there by number 20, Sam Walker, Looked like Sam Walker got fouled, but number 24. All right, so first one falls, 27-16, 55 and a half seconds to go here in the first quarter. Frankfort trails now. Oh, Caleb Thompson did a nice job of blocking Williams out, but unfortunately, all right, so missed layup right there by number 22, Conley, results in the Frankfort ball. Nice board right there. McBarnes rolls off the pick. That's
deflected.
32, Hillgross with the ball for the Central Catholic Knights. And Walker to set up the offense. 28 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Off the hands of Central Catholic's Will Huberts. Ball goes back Frankfort's way. Hubert's been quiet this evening. I believe only 2 points. One of the key things that Frankfort needed to do was shut him down. However, they've left Matt Walker open for 2 wide open threes and Jade Anthrop with turnover points. This is Warwick with the ball, getting into congestion with Stevie Lovelace, keeps the ball. McBarnes, 11 seconds to go.
Screen and roll. Oh.
McBarnes drives, turnaround, fade away off the front of the rim. Thompson with the rebound. Warwick.
You got to shoot.
Oh, looked like he was going to take it in. No points counted. So at the end of the first quarter, Frankfort trails Central Catholic by 11, 16-27.
Is the only thing keeping you from going to that ball game a lack of hot dog gear? Not anymore, because hot dog gear is available in the high school athletic office. Caps, shirts, water bottles, bags, license plates, and frames, they're on sale at a responsible prices. Be a true hot dog supporter. Deck yourself out in hot dog gear.
And thanks again goes out to Mr. Fisher and the athletic department. If you can, please step in. Get all your hot dog gear so you can come out to these games. Case Arena pretty packed this evening. Looking around, probably the most fans and patrons that we've had maybe all year. So it's a good thing that the supporters are coming out. Also a reminder to stay tuned this evening. Puppy Power is coming up at halftime, as well as the Frankfort Fire Dance Team. We'll stick around for that. And big thank you goes out to all of you once again for tuning in to HGTV. I know you guys could be out here this evening, some of you not wanting to bear the cold weather, so I appreciate you turning in, as do the rest of the HGTV crew, HGTV Channel 2. This is Warwick with the ball to start the second quarter for Frankfort. Guarded heavily by Jade Anthrop. Warwick looked like he had the center lane open. Kicks into Lovelace, who was pushed a little bit by Walker. That's Brown, who's been quiet. Nice Central Catholic's ball. No, excuse me, off Central Catholic, stays with Frankfort. Coach Good, relatively quiet this evening. Not too much to complain about. A couple of turnovers. All right. That's Thompson to inbounds the ball. Gets it into Tyler Brown. There's Warwick, who goes up and in, lays it off the back. There's his first 2 of the evening. Now Frankfort trails by 9, 18-27. That's Williams. Nice steal right there by Lovelace, who kicks the ball up to Tyler Brown. Tyler Brown steps behind the arc. Really deep 3 off the front of the rim. And ball goes back to Central Catholic. Brown stays there, however, with the turnover. That's 2 forced shots that have turned out misses. Nice job right there by Kyle Catron to be in the right place at the right time. Huberts looks like he's getting a little frustrated. Goes to pressure the ball. Lovelace right there. And going to be called with a foul. That's number 20, Sam Walker. And you heard the Frankfurt cheer section strut their manliness, if you will. They're very loud and a very powering force here at the game. First free throw for Loveless, good. And as you can see, Loveless, the sophomore guard / forward, averages 19.2 points per game, is an 80% free throw shooter, so really good free throw shooter. Second one rattles out. That's Thompson with the rebound. Oh, shot by Warwick falls and does not fall in, 18-27. That's Hubert set up for the three, nothing but the bottom of the net. Again, if you leave Hubert's open for too long, he's going to end up hitting all day long. So now with that 3-point takes Central Catholic to 30. 18 is the Frankfurt score, so they trail by 12. That's Catching with the ball. Thompson with the ball, who kicks into Loveless, and that's Sam Walker who's going to be called with the foul. Sam Walker's second, and Central Catholic's third.
Coming back into the game for the Hot Dogs, Craig McBarnes.
All right, so this is Warwick with the ball on the inbounds pass. Brown, the ball at the top of the key to set up the Frankfurt offense. Warwick fakes a three. He's going to be called with the travel. So Frankfurt having too many turnovers to count here in the first half and the beginning of the second quarter. Going to be one of those things that kills the Dogs if they can't keep their turnovers under control.
Looks like the Dogs are in the 2-3 zone.
And that's number 32, Zach Hillgross, powering it in for two down low. 2-3 zone. Thought it would work for him, but obviously not because they got 2 quick points off of it. Nick Barnes looking to kick into Loveless, but does to Catron.
The Knights have been playing some pretty good defense tonight.
That's Catron who sets up for two off the back of the backboard. No, rebound goes to Huberts. So Huberts keeps the ball, and that's Anthrop into Williams. Nice block right there by Catron. Williams goes back up for two. Looked like he was blocked, but obviously got hit on the body. You can see there's the nice block right there by Catron. Rebound, and not for sure. It looks like he didn't really get him on the body. It looks like Williams kind of just slipped up and fell himself. So, however, the referee's call is the final call on that. Put Williams on the line for two. 32-19 is your score. 33-19 now with that make right there. Warwick with the ball to Loveless. Loveless been quiet tonight. I'm not for sure if he has more than 2 or 4 points. Looked like Central Catholic's got the Frankfurt offense figured out because Loveless, their main contributor, is not scoring. There's Anthrop again for an uncontested 2-point steal. What else can we say except for if Frankfurt can't learn to control the ball in the end of this second half or in the end of the first half and the beginning of the second, not going to do much good.
They're just forcing up shots.
That shot right there goes to the miss, and off Central Catholic's hands, stays in Frankfurt's. Barnes to Loveless, who kicks back to Warwick. Anthrop really giving Warwick a heck of a time there on the wing. Pressure defense. That's Brown. Kicks back to Catron. Kicks over to Loveless, and that's Hillgross with the foul there. Inbounds play from Frankfurt goes to Kyle Catcher. McBarnes sets up for three off the back of the rim. Again, Frankfurt now in this second quarter not taking very intelligent shots. This is Anthrop with the ball. Kicks to Huberts for his third three of the game off the back of the rim. Huberts with his own rebound. And put back. kept him pretty quiet tonight. Again, like I said, everyone's focusing on Hubert's, leaving everybody else wide open. So Catron comes out of the game, and Thompson checks in. A big presence down low on defense, which should be good for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Make sure at the half you stay tuned for the Frankfort Fire Dance team. We mentioned that a little bit earlier. That'll be action along with Puppy Power at halftime. This is Lovelace with the ball, who kicks to Warwick. That's Lovelace with the ball at the top. Drives in. Nice little move. Unfortunately, doesn't fall in, so that foul's going to be on Central Catholic. Put Stevie Lovelace to the line. That foul was on Will Hubert, Central Catholic standout. Lovelace's first free throw falls. Takes your score to 20-37.
And in for the Hot Dogs is Dustin Philbin.
So Frankfort trails by 17, Central Catholic's biggest lead of the game. Frankfort's really going to have to kick it in this second part of the second half, or second part of the first half, excuse me. And here you go, you see this fast-paced offense. One of the things I mentioned in the beginning, Central Catholic's really looking to catch Frankfort off guard as they did the J&C, and they did right there. A lucky job right there by Dustin Philbin, a freshman from Clinton Prairie who came this way. And as I mentioned, a big presence down low, Caleb Thompson at Hilligos. His miscommunication right there, ball bounces off of his chest. So here's Warwick. And his shot.
It's good.
Nice little quick pull up right there by Warwick. I believe that's his fourth point on the evening. Anthrop again. Looks to Huberts. Huberts inside to Hilligos. Looks like he traveled, but Hubert sets up for three in the corner off the front of the rim. Nice job right there by Caleb Thompson to box out, and 2 consecutive plays down the floor. Thompson has made a big presence down low, and Hilligos has made 2 mistakes, key mistakes. That was an over the back on the play before, a bounce off the chest. So nice job by Caleb Thompson to shuffle things up down low. That's a good job, and that's really what Coach Good needed him to do this game, and he's doing a good job of it so far. That 2-point shot by Warwick earlier takes their score 23-37. 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go.
Nice beyond the back move. Philbin sets it up. Three-pointer. And Frankfort ball.
That ball, miscommunication right there, goes Frankfort's way, 23-37. That's Warwick with the ball, drives middle. Turnover, Warwick. That's 24. Anthrop with the ball. Going to drive right center, take quick up shot. Contested by McBarnes, no good. Ball falls, 39-23. Warwick with the ball, kicks to McBarnes. McBarnes looks to drive. No, kicks back to Warwick. Warwick does drive, however. And he steps on the line. So Warwick takes a seat on the bench, surprisingly. Maybe not the move I would have made. He's being a very good key in bringing the ball up the floor for the Hot Dogs. We'll see how that move works out. And Hubert's with the ball, contested but falls. 23-41. Now the lead back up to 18, and yet another Frankfort turnover. No. McBarnes steps just inside the arc for 2 off the back of the rim. Rebound goes to Lovelace, who has been relatively quiet. That's his, I believe, 3rd bucket on the evening, and here we go again with this quick-paced Central Catholic transition offense. That's Anthrop who steps up for 3. No, foot on the line, that was 2.
Nice rip through.
25-43, leads back to 18. This is Lovelace again, who's been relatively quiet this evening for the Hot Dogs. Brown back to Lovelace. Lovelace looks to drive, no. Brown from wide open three. Both of his 3 points have been from way out. Not the best shots and not what we're really looking for.
Oh, nice D.
Somewhat makes up for it right there in the transition by just coming over to kick that ball out. Again, the turnovers are killing the Hot Dogs, and these dumb shots that they're forcing on the outside are not really helping the Hot Dogs at all. It would have been smarter to pull the ball out and look for a better shot than that. But, however, this is Huberts with the ball for Catholic. Williams with the roll.
Looks like the Dogs came in here unprepared.
And the Dogs doing a very good job of stopping the drive there in the first quarter. Now in this second part of the second quarter, doing a horrible job. Ball right there. Ball's out of bounds off Central Catholic's hand, stays with Frankfort. As I was saying, they did a good job the first quarter and the first few minutes of the second quarter, staying with them. But now the lead's up to 20 points, and you have to wonder what went wrong with the Frankfort offense and defense that now they can't score. That's Lovelace with the ball inside. Nice turnaround move laid off the back. 27-45, 18 points is the lead now. Off the hands of the Central Catholic. Off Central Catholic, that's number 22, Conley, who the ball went off of. You see Coach Mike Reynolds pacing the sidelines over there. Does a very good job of stepping in as the assistant coach. And yet another turnover. It goes to Jade Anthrop. It's Conley with the ball, Williams with the ball. Not even a contested shot. You can't expect to win a game when you're not playing very good defense.
Looks like you got pushed.
Coach Good getting in the ref's ear a little bit. First time I've seen him a little edgy this evening. And he just brushes that referee off. The referee shakes his head. How he can shake his head, I have no idea. Maybe we could get that replay to look at the next dead ball on that last play. Nice job right there by the defense.
Nice,
Catholic wanted to travel. Frankfort, however, got a foul. That foul is. All right, now here's Lovelace with the. Oh, they cut it off too early. Wasn't the play I was looking for, but thank you, crew, for bringing up the replay. I was looking for the play where Brown had the ball on the sidelines. So Lovelace steps to the line, 41.4 seconds to go. 27-47 is Central Catholic's lead. Rattles in good. Second shot. Rattles in good. 29-47, 18-point lead for Central Catholic. Just under 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Frankfort's really going to have to cut this lead down to around 10 points, I think, in order for them to be able to bounce back in the second half. And Frankfort now with their 2-3 zone kind of standing back. I know Central Catholic with 24 seconds is looking for a last-second shot. So as they play a stall offense, I guess I'll have to play a stall broadcast. Kicks in.
Nice D.
All right, defense paid off. 10 seconds to go. Lovelace drives in. Not the best shot, but Brown was there.
Nice put
Rattles in. 4 seconds to go. 31-47. Blocked by Lovelace. Nice job by Stevie Lovelace to be right there. And going into halftime, HDTV, the half score, 47 Central Catholic, 31 Frankfort.
Farm Bureau Insurance has been providing Indiana with home, auto, life, and farm insurance for over 7 decades. When looking for insurance with the highest quality products and services, look no farther than Farm Bureau Insurance. We're a part of your life.
And once again, thanks goes out to all of our sponsors. We really appreciate your cooperation and sacrifice to HDTV. It really means a lot to us. And I believe right now I guess they're kind of looking for. Well, all right, so I'm not for sure what's going on at halftime, so I'll go ahead and talk a little bit, I guess. And right now, in the first half, Frankfurt has done a very poor job of stopping the Central Catholic fast-paced offense. All right, so now here comes the puppy power. And we'll go ahead and send it down on the floor so you guys can enjoy puppy power here at Frankfurt High School 2007. is the Frankfurt Fire Dance Team, and they are always, a very talented team. Tired of shopping at crowded retail stores? Well, you feel like you're just one of the crowd. And come on down to your neighborhood friendly Schultz's IGA. Check out our weekly specials and see how they compare with those other stores. And we think you'll be satisfied. Schultz IGA, neighborhood proud and hometown proud. And once again, very satisfied with the sponsorship. And we saw that Mr. Stock over there getting excited at the fact that these young kids are hitting these shots. While we have a minute, I might as well go ahead and hit our next ad if we could. Bastille Perimeter Systems is another proud sponsor of Hot Dog Television Sports. On your order, it's measured in linear feet. On your site, it's measured in decades. Designed to impress, built to endure. That's Bastille Perimeter Systems. And again, as I mentioned every time after the sponsorship ads here, we really, really appreciate all your sacrifice that you make and allowing us to put your name on HDTV. We really do appreciate your sponsorship, for without you some of the things we do would not be possible. And just a reminder for those of you out there who are watching this halftime show who are planning on tuning in to the next sportscast on HDTV, we have 2 sportscasts back to back. We have one next Friday as the lady co-ed basketball. Next Friday, the Frankfurt boys and girls both host Crawfordsville, and then the following Friday is another co-ed basketball game. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If you can't make it out, if the weather's bad next Friday, I haven't seen the 12-day forecast, 6-day forecast, but if you plan on making it out, turn on to HGTV. That way you can get all your exciting live basketball action. All right. Let's talk about the first half, Nathan. The first half pretty much dominated by Central Catholic. 47-31 is your HGTV at the half score. Coach Good mentioned, that the Dogs are really going to have to step up in order for them to pull off a victory here. The Dogs have stepped up the defense on Will Huberts. Will Huberts probably only has 4 to 6 points this evening. I'm not for sure the exact point totals he has, but in that they've made a lot of silly mistakes. They've made a lot of unforced turnovers that they're just not playing Frankfurt ball. And at some point, Coach Good said that last weekend their 2 losses, he feels like they're really, they're still really upset with the Lebanon loss. But at some point, Nathan, they're going to have to step up and play Frankfurt hot dog basketball and stop using that Lebanon game as an excuse, because tonight I really can't see them. That's been 2 weeks ago. I can't see them using the Lebanon game as an excuse tonight. One thing that they've had a problem with all season is those turnovers. Jack Warwick, very good player, very talented player, came to us from Clinton Prairie, so that was a big help to us. Warwick's numbers have really increased. The winning percentage of the Dogs, he's 40% from the field goal range. He's 27 from the three-point range, 54% from free throw line, and he averages. It says here he averages about 3.9 points a game, which 5.73 points a game, which really isn't that good. But he really hasn't had a chance to shine. He's been playing as the point guard, and so they're trying to move him around and get him some points. Another key player for the Dogs is Stevie Lovelace. 58% from field goal range, 27.3 from the three-point line, and 80 from the free throw line. 19.2 points a game. Man, that's unrivaled around here. The only person that comes close around here is Jordan Tucker, who, both of them ranked in the top 10 in the state. So, you really have to give Stevie Lovelace a lot of credit for carrying this team on his back as a sophomore. McBarnes also steps up at 11.8 points a game. Awful quiet this evening, not really for sure
why he's been so quiet tonight, but only has, I believe, 2 points this evening. So he's really going to have to step up this second half in order to pull the Dogs off a victory. Nathan, what do you think the Dogs are going to have to do in the second half in order to pull off a victory here?
I think they're going to have to step up their defense, keep control of the ball, and make crisp passes.
And that's been where a lot of their turnovers has come over, is stupid passes that they're trying to make.
Yeah.
But that's not taking anything away from Central Catholic. Central Catholic's playing tough defense. So, all right, start of the second quarter here, third quarter here, 31-47. Lovelace with the rebound. One thing about this game that we've noticed is that how physical the play's been. So that's to the credit of everyone, both teams. And that's nice job by Kyle Catron. And there you go. You start it off. You say one thing and you start it off. He has a very good power move down low and gets the first 2 points, 33-47. All right, that's Catron to the line. Doesn't go. Rebound goes to Frankfort. McBarnes. Rebound, Central Catholic. All right, so here comes this fast-paced offense. Nice job by Frankfort to get back in transition defense. So there's a kick right there by Tyler Brown. Nice job, however. To get his foot out and keep that pass from going to the top of the key. And that's 24. Anthrop with the ball, who kicks over to number 20. Schubert's with the ball all the way across the court to Anthrop, who kicks in to his brother Drew Anthrop. Nice job right there. This is McBarnes on the breakaway, all alone, off the back, rattles in for 2.
The Dogs will step up their defense.
All right, so whatever Coach
There they go.
And here's McBarnes again. McBarnes looks to drive. Now the smart thing to do would be pull out, and he does. Nice job right there by Craig McBarnes. A good decision play, a way to step out. There's Warwick. Not the smartest shot ever. However, he was contested. This is Huberts with the ball. Back to Huberts.
Oh, 3.
Anthrop from 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. First score right there for Jared Anthrop right there, 50-35. So Frankfurt's cut the lead down to 15 points. There's McBarnes from 3-point range, where he's usually deadly from. All right, so this is Huberts with the ball.
Pushing the ball up. Got to get a.
Wow, that's Walker with the 3.
I don't know what we could do to stop that. I mean, we got a hand up in his face and everything.
Was 2 quick threes right there by Central Catholic that takes the lead back up to 18, 35-53 with 2 minutes played in this third quarter. Nice shot right there by Tyler Brown. His first score, and
3.
air ball. Nice job right there by McBarnes to move it, and nice hustle right there by number 22. That's Conley right there. That was a kind of a long pass.
They're on fire.
And there's number 24, Jade Anthrop from the corner for a 3. So their first 3 shots, their only 3 shots have been from 3-point range. And 3 of the 4 have been makes. So, you're going to have to do something to stop them and get a hand up in their face. Again, some of these shots that they're taking are not very intelligent shots. It look like they're not stepping into their offense very well. There's Anthrop again. So they've shut down Huberts, but they've left open Jade Anthrop. 58-37, the biggest lead for Central Catholic, 21 points. And we'll see what Coach Good. They came out good, but their defense isn't doing very well.
Looking for that perfect. Whether you rent or own, Farm Bureau Insurance provides you with the home insurance that offers excellent coverage, affordable rates, money savings discounts, and the best possible customer service for the best home, auto, life, and farm insurance that has been serving the needs of Hoosiers for. We didn't get it or what?
All right, so coming back out of the timeout, 37-58, 21-point lead. See what Frankfort can do here to try and shut this down. Balls with Frankfort.
His work with the ball, dribbling around, kicks it to McBarnes. And McBarnes who drives the middle.
Yeah.
That's Anthrop's third foul of the evening. Puts McBarnes to the free throw line, who is a very good free throw shooter. As a matter of fact, his free throw percentage ranks in the top 10 in the state. As a matter of fact, he is top in the state at 96.2%. So
He missed the first one.
big ups to him. McBarnes second. Doesn't fall. Okay, so now you have to ask yourself, if McBarnes can't hit, what's wrong? All right, so forced shot by Lovelace, turnaround does not fall. 37-58 still the score. Xanthrop kicks back out to Walker. Into Mills, into Huberts. Turnaround shot falls. Here comes Warwick to push the ball between
Nice
his
move.
legs. Kicks to McBarnes.
Oh, looks like he got pushed.
McBarnes just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Missed shot, however, does get his second basket of the second half. That bucket with 4:20 to go takes your score. Frankfurt 39,
Thompson comes back in for Warwick.
Central Catholic 60. And this is Walker with the ball, not being very hard pressured by Frankfurt's defense. Central Catholic will try to take as much time off of this clock as possible.
Nice pump fake. Nice shot.
That's Anthrop with another 2 points in the second half. He's been big for the Central Catholic Knights, and can't get back on for the inbounds play. So Lovelace is forced to take a timeout.
Tonight's game is proudly sponsored by Schultz IGA, located at 656 West Walnut Street in Frankfurt. IGA providing you with the quality meat for decades. IGA, the only choice for goods at neighborhood-friendly prices. IGA people you know and trust. Visit your hometown proud. IGA.
If you happen to get into IGA sometime tomorrow, make sure you try and find me. Should be around there somewhere. Let me know you watched the game tonight on HDTV. Can't do anything for you price-wise, but it would be nice to know. Again, let me thank you all for tuning in to HDTV Channel 2 tonight, your home for all your hot dog sports. Sports voice of Frankfurt High School for over 3 decades. All right, so inbounds again now goes to Lovelace. And we'll see if the boys can't put the ball in play here and maybe start a rally with 3:58, just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Your score is 39-62. Central Catholic with a 23-point lead. As McBarnes with the ball. McBarnes heavily guarded by Anthrop. Nice job right there by Anthrop. All right, so this is Anthrop with the ball. Kicks to Huberts, who's over to Walker. Huberts with a quick three. So now Frankfurt slowly just letting this game slip away.
Stepped on the line.
Yeah, and the thing that's really killing Frankfurt this game has not been anything but dumb mistakes, and they're playing careless this game. They played the first couple minutes, they played really well, but now they're kind of playing careless and not watching what they're doing. They're going to let this game end up slipping away from them. Now Central Catholic leads by 36 points. 26 points, 39-67. All right, so now 28. And yet another turnover. And the bucket goes. So again, another pointless mistake right there on Tyler Brown. Takes your score now 69-39, and they're up by 30 points.
And for the Dogs, number 34, Jay Sheets.
kind of pointless there to take McBarnes out, seeing how he's been carrying the team the whole game, and you're going to leave Tyler Brown in who made a stupid mistake. But however, Coach Good saw the need to sit McBarnes on the bench. So Sheets with the ball. Kicks it to Brown. Brown at the top of the key. Guarded by Huberts. Kicks to Lovelace. Lovelace been quiet all night. Steps for three. Four shot. It's all
Nice
right.
shot.
Falls. 42-70. Now Central Catholic leads by 28. 2:35 left to go here in the third quarter.
Nice D. Central Catholic gets it back.
Anthrop over to Huberts, who kicks it for two. No. Ball falls. No.
You got to block out.
Sheets with the rebound. Can't stay on his feet. Ball goes back to Central Catholic. It's Walker with the ball, guarded by Brown. Nice job by Tyler Brown right there to be on the ball. Kicks it to Sheets. Sheets, fast pace, up and in, blocked, foul. It's on Huberts. His third of the game, team's third. Send Sheets to the line for two. First one falls 43-70, 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Frankfort trails now by 27 points. Central Catholic's largest lead, and the lead does not seem to be diminishing anytime soon.
Troy Porter comes in for the Hot Dogs.
Sheets' second free throw off. Rebound goes to Daniel Mills. Ball back up to Jade Anthrop. Legal screen right there on number 30, Daniel Mills. His first, team's fourth. Under 2 minutes to go. Frankfort still trails by 27 points. This is Porter at the top of the key, who kicks to Lovelace. Lovelace drives in the paint, fourth shot, falls.
Score 45-70.
25 points now. Lovelace kind of coming alive here in the second part. There's Mills.
A little pass to himself, looks like.
Blake Thompson. Careless pass off the hands. And what appears to be turnover number 974 for the Frankfort Hot Dogs this evening. Careless passes and mishandled balls seems to be the main problem, and careless shots. That's number 22, Sean Conley, with the ball on the outside, who kicks to number 20, Walker. Back up at the top to Conley. Hillegross, blocked by Porter, gets his own rebound. Porter now trapped, turnover, number 975. Turnover 975 turns into another 2 points. I can't wait to see the stats come Monday, because I'd like to see how many points off of turnovers the Hot Dogs have given up, because it seems like every turnover they have, they score.
It looks like
ensuing drive.
It looks like Frankfort's going with their bench players.
43 and a half seconds here to go. 45-74, leads 29 points. Again, what else can you say except for the fact Frankfort's not really playing to their A game. However, Troy Porter, the freshman, trying to ignite the flame of the Frankfort Hot Dogs going into this fourth quarter. His first shot of the night falls. 48-74.
Nice steal.
All right, so Lovelace may be trying to ignite it, and point goes. So 50-74, they're trying to cut the lead down. They've cut it down by 7 in the past 20 seconds. All right, defense has stepped up, shots have stepped up. All right, there's Anthrop.
Nice job right there of Thompson on defense.
3 seconds to go. Oh.
Off the backboard, no count. So going into the fourth quarter, Frankfort trails by 24 points, 50-74.
Marshall Bell and Bastille Perimeter Systems are sponsoring tonight's Sportcast. Real customization, continuous, market-driven technical improvements, faster, more personal customer service. That's Bastille Perimeter Systems. Call Marshall Bell today at 654-5225.
So the things that's really killed the Dogs, as I've said after every single quarter, is careless turnovers and forced shots, along with not very good defense. Not really playing very good basketball at all this evening. Their defensive game's not there. Their offensive game's not there. However, on a positive note, Central Catholic's doing everything to a perfect tee. They're looking for the open shots, and they're getting their open men the ball. They're not being very selfish. They're trying to pass the ball around. Anthrop has a lot of good steals. He's playing very good defense. Hubert's just kind of waiting for his plays, and he's answered with some big threes. Walker's had 9 points and 3-pointers in the first few minutes of the second half. So everyone on Central Catholic's team is playing very well and up to their game. They're playing like an 8-3 team. All right, there's Lovelace, who drives in for 2 and fouled. That was smart. That was a smart play call right there by Lovelace to fake the drive around and hit it for 2 and go to the foul line. Nice as you can see on the replay right there, that was a nice job of Stevie Lovelace to drive through the paint. And that point after falls, 53-74 now. The lead now down to 19. First time it's been under 20 since the about 5-minute mark in the third quarter. Porter with the rebound. Nice job right there on the box out. This is Sheets.
Seems like the bench players are doing way better than the starting 5.
Sheets with a nice job. Nice little drive, drop step, no. And foul's going to be on Caleb Thompson. So that foul is his first, the team's second of the second half. 53-74. 7 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the game. Huberts. It's over to Anthrop. Kicks back to Walker for 3-point attempt. Rattles in and out. Rebound goes to Sheets. Sheets, very good job of moving the ball for the Dogs tonight. Blake Thompson. Careless pass off the back foot. And here comes Walker. Nice job by Sheets, however, to get his hand in there. Foul, that's all right. It was a smart play right there on Sheets' part to get his hand in there, try and go for the ball. Again, I wish we could get a shot. Maybe we can get a shot of the Coach Good while we have a minute here. The expression on his face is just pure frustration this evening as he sees his Dogs slowly deteriorating, their offense and defense deteriorating. Defensive positive right there. Nice steal by Blake Thompson. There's Sheets, who drives in. And gets fouled. Frankfort trying to drown out their negatives with a few positives. You see the steal. Nice job by Sheets on this replay, driving in right there. Foul's going to be on number 30. All right, Thompson with the ball. Kicks to Porter. Freshman stepping in for the Dogs. Nice job right there by Porter, score 2. All right, so there's air ball right there by Central Catholic. Ball goes back to Porter on the rebound, who kicks it to Sheets, who kicks it to Lovelace. 6:08 left to go. Lovelace steps up for a 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Porter with the rebound. Lovelace up and in, 2 points. 57-74. Frankfort now only trails by 17 points. Doing a good job of trying to battle their way back and stay in this game.
Now, if they would have played like this throughout all the quarters, they probably would have been on top of this game. You're in the doghouse if you're not wearing hot dog gear, cushions, caps, water bottles, shirts, and all available in high school athletic office. Stop by today and stock up on hot dog apparel and accessories. Don't be in the doghouse unless you're dressed for it.
All righty. .556, just under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Frankfort trails by 17, 57-74. And you try and see the Dogs coming up with a late rally with defensive and offensive trying to come to a T. Wow. Don't know what else to say about that shot. Nice defense by McBarnes. However, Jade Anthrop right there.
Nice pass.
Nice pass. Rebound goes to Porter, who kicks to Sheets. Nice shot right there. 5:30 to go. 59-76. The lead stays at 17 for Central Catholic. This is Anthrop with the ball.
Nice D by Craig.
Kick into Huberts. Guarded by Lovelace. Lovelace jumps early, but Thompson with the rebound. Lovelace. Forced shot by Lovelace. Off the backboard, no good. Rebound Central Catholic. Drew Anthem to kick to Huberts. Huberts to kick between defenders.
How did he make that pass? Between two hot dog defenders.
Was a nice pass right there by Will Huberts. Might be able to get that replay back up on the screen so we can show that to you. Central Catholic with the ball out of bounds, 59-76, just under 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Williams wide open. And Walker with the hook shot, no good.
And tip in.
By Williams, by Mills right there. Not for sure. That was an awkward play, however, falls good. And
another turnover
by Jade Anthrop. Anthrop, man, I'm telling you, you want to talk about an all-around good player. They tried to put their focus on Will Huberts, the best player they'd see this year. However, I beg to differ in this game. I think Jade Anthrop's the best player they'll see all year. Yeah, another forced turnover. That was Huberts right there. 6'5", 200-pound senior for Central Catholic. And Coach Good decides to call a timeout. 59-82. Central Catholic surely on their way to have a 100-point game here. Four minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Frankfort again not having very good time. And there you see Betsy Hines. Wow. She tells me every game she's going to do that for me, and she didn't lie to me this game either. Co-ed basketball next Friday right here on your home for Hot Dog Sports HDTV Channel 2 as the Frankfort Hot Dogs, boys and girls, invite the Crawfordsville Athenians into Everett Case Arena for cross-conference action right here next Friday. Make sure game time probably be about 6 o'clock. Make sure you set your TiVos or your VCRs or your DVDs or whatever you guys set, and we'll record it for you. All right, this is Sheets with the ball. Dribbles between two defenders, takes it baseline, and nice job right there by Mills. Big presence down there, 6'3", 230 junior. They got him with the foul.
I thought it was a jump ball.
Puts Sheets on the line. First free throw good. Second free throw good. 61-82 now. This is Anthrop with the ball. Stutter steps back out, guarded by McBarnes. Kicks over to Huberts. Looks to Walker. Walker over the head pass to Huberts. Huberts with a nice save. Anthrop in the corner. Back up to Walker. This is Huberts. Kicks in to Drew Anthrop. Out of bounds off Catherine's hands, goes to Central Catholic. Nice job by Sheets right there. Fast break point, 63-82. Frankfort now trails by 29. Excuse me, 19. Walker with the ball. Porter's going to be called with foul. First free throw does not go. Brown and Lovelace come back in for the game. 3 minutes to go. Mills at the line. That free throw goes, takes your Central Catholic lead back up to 20. And with that free throw, he'll take a seat on the bench and bring back in number 22, Sean Conley. Warwick with the ball. McBarnes looks to drive. Nice job off the backboard. 65-83, 18-point lead now. 2:45 to go. Kicks into Hilligoss. Nice defense right there. On the ground, no. Kicks to Hilligoss, who has two. And wow, going to be called with a touch foul. Again, some of these dumb mistakes that they're having here, the Hot Dogs are making not very intelligent plays. And getting called with fouls like that. That foul's on Kyle Catron, his second, team sixth. That sends Hilligoss to the line for one after the bucket counted. What else can you say except for the fact that when you're up by that, when Central Catholic's up by that much, these touch fouls and these little fouls that they're getting called with, really Frankfort needs to take it easy. McBarnes, all right, air balls a three. Lovelace with the rebound, lays it in for two. 67-65, your lead goes back to all right, this is Walker with the ball. Into Huberts. Huberts with the turnaround lay-in off the backboard, falls for two. Lead goes back to 20. 67-87, just over 2 minutes to go. This is Warwick with the ball for the Hot Dogs, loses the ball. And again, what are we... And when you've got two players down here on the ground.
Nice block.
Lovelace with the ball. And going to be called with a block. And the bucket counts. So we'll wait to see if the bucket does count, and it does. 69-87. Lead goes back up to 18. Lovelace to the line for one. And it falls 70-87. Hilligoss right there, foul on Warwick. That's 7 on them. We'll send Central Catholic to the line for 1 and 1. Minute 35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Frankfort trails by 17 points. 18 now, 88-70. A high-scoring game for both Frankfort and Central Catholic. Hilligoss on the line for a second. Miss. Rebound goes to Warwick. Ball doesn't go. Block right there by number 42 coming off the bench for Emil Kendrick. And that block's going to be called a foul. Sends Catcher to the line for 1-and-1. Catchman's first free throw attempt falls. 71-88, 1:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. And with that, Ramus checks in for the Hot Dogs, and Lovelace takes a seat on the bench. Catron misses. It's Kendrick with the board.
Hi, Steve.
McBarnes lays it in for two, 73-88. Now the defense's pressure stepped up, 2 consecutive steals. And again, you ask yourself what kind of a shot was that. However, draws the foul, sends McBarnes, the best free throw shooter on the team, to the line for 2 consecutive free throws. So too bad that defensive intensity couldn't have been there the last 3 quarters and, you know, 3/4 of this quarter, because if they would have played like that the whole game, we wouldn't be talking from a 15-point deficit. Now 14-point deficit, 74-88. And another starter for the Dogs, Catron, takes a seat on the bench as Heath Mitchell comes in for the Dogs. And Barnes' second free throw up and off. Out of bounds, Central Catholic. Ball goes back to Frankfort.
56 seconds to go.
So with a 14-point deficit, you have to ask yourself why all of a sudden. All right, so now Coach for Central Catholic sees the need to pull his starters back in. Does not want to risk letting this game go, too close. Warwick with the ball, 54 seconds to go here. Forced shot, nice rebound. Warwick with the ball to McBarnes, lays it in for 2, 45. Now they're only down by 12. All right, so Walker with the ball. Kicks over to Anthrop. Anthrop with the ball, kicks to his brother Drew. All right, so this is Walker with the ball. Kicks back up to Anthrop, who kicks over to Huberts. 27 to go. Frankfort trails by 12. 23, Central Catholic doing a good job of their stall offense.
15 seconds.
So, with more than likely this loss, Frankfort drops to 5-8 on the season, and Lafayette Central Catholic goes to 9-3 on the season. So, again, the things we said that Central Catholic had to do, or we had to stop, they didn't. And unfortunately, with not stopping Central Catholic, not only that, they lost some things themselves. So, not a very good game, not something that Coach Good is going to look forward to talking about in the next few weeks. But again, I definitely hope that the Dogs try and not use Lebanon as an excuse for this loss. At the end of the game, in the end, Lafayette Central Catholic just knew how to finish the game. And so with this loss, Frankfort drops to 5-8, and Lafayette Central Catholic goes to 9-3. That's all from Everett Case Arena. Make sure you guys come back and visit us next Friday. For Nathan Royer and the rest of the HDTV crew, I'm Tobin Oberhauser signing off.